right, today we're going to be talking about morning routines and how most morning routines don't work for us because they're too rigid. There's no room in them for flexibility. So, we're going to be talking about the routine that I created for myself. It works for me because it grounds me, it affirms me, and it gives me some space to move all first thing in the morning. Now, most perfect morning routines don't work for women 40 and 50 and 60 and up because they're not really built for real lives. Okay, we're not 25 and don't have anything going on and we can just get up and it's all about us. We're mothers, we're grandmothers, we're wives, we're business women. We have a lot going on. So when a routine feels overwhelming and complicated and time consuming, guess what? We're not going to do it. Now, confidence doesn't come from a perfect routine. It comes from a repeatable routine. If it's something that you can do over and over and over again, it sticks with you. But if it's something where it makes it too hard and before you even start your day, you are overwhelmed, I already know you're not going to do it because guess what? Me either. Let me sit up here looking kind of humpback or something. So, what do I mean when I say a generic morning routine? Well, number one, it's generic because if it requires too much time, 1 to 2 hours, you're not going to do it because it's not realistic. You don't have that kind of time in the morning. They're rigid instead of flexible. Again, you have to do step one, then step two, then step three. You're not going to do it. They don't take into consideration your emotional state of mind at that time or on that particular day. And so they focus on productivity, getting this done, getting that done, and not on identity, who you are and what you need on a particular day. And so here's the truth. If your morning routine stresses you out instead of calming you and getting you prepared for the day, it works against your confidence. So now, my 3-part confidence routine, it's simple and it's powerful. And like I said, it goes with grounding yourself, affirming yourself, and getting some movement in. That's my signature morning routine. I actually call it my power hour. So before you pour into anything else and anybody else, pause, stop, take a deep breath. This is about connection, not perfection. So on my morning routines, in it I have prayer, I do a devotion, I read my Bible. Sometimes I have a book that I want to read at that time. I listen to my music, I pray, I practice deep breathing. I get some meditating in there, and I don't do all of these things every day. I kind of pick and choose the things that I, want to do on a particular day. And of course, definitely, I journal. I sit in stillness. I've learned to meditate it's been over about 20 years ago that I learned to meditate, and I find that I like it. I sit in stillness, let's just say sometimes 2 to 5 minutes, just sitting there, listening, releasing, practicing deep breathing, and it works. You know why it works? It works because it calms your nervous system. It reminds you of who you are before the world starts grabbing and pulling at you and you have all these things on your to-do list that you need. So confidence starts with being anchored in the morning, not being rushed. Next, you want to affirm. You want to speak life over yourself. Your mind is listening to you first thing in the morning. So whatever you tell it, whether it's intentional or not, it starts to believe it. So you don't want to leave it out there, on default where it's just picking up anything that you're saying about yourself. So here's some things that I say during my morning affirmation times. I am confident and capable. I show up fully and, into the woman that I'm becoming. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I can handle today with grace and strength. Those right there really do work for that affirmation time. You may have your own, but whatever it is, you want to make sure that you're saying good things about yourself, positive things about yourself. You don't want to go into the day with saying things like, I'm already tired. I don't know what I have to do. I don't feel like it. You don't want to go into the day doing those. You want to affirm yourself. And, confidence is built through repetition. So what you say constantly, it becomes what you believe. Okay? And you don't want to wait to feel confident. All right? Just declare it and start walking in that. Okay? And the third thing you want to do is to move. You want to get your body moving. Your body has been rested in a rested state for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or more hours. And so what you want to do is get it moving, get the blood going. You don't have to do a full workout, but you can just do some things like stretching. And I love stretching. I really do. You can take a short walk in the morning, or you can dance around in your kitchen while you're making your smoothie, or your tea, or even breakfast, whatever it is. You could even do some light strength work. You can have some, 2, 3, 4 pound dumbbells nearby, and you can get some light strength work done. And this works because movement shifts your energy. It boosts your mood. It gets you ready for all the things that you're going to have going on for today. A moving body creates a confident mind. And that's what we're working on doing, is getting our mind ready for the day ahead of us. So you want to think of your morning like a thermostat. Okay, if you start rushed and scattered and stressed out, then your day that follows is going to be the same way. It's going to pick up that same energy, and that's how you're going to go all day long. But if you start grounded, intentional, and aligned, you can carry that confidence forward into whatever else you have to do for that day. So you don't have to win the whole day in the morning, but you just have to set the tone for your day. So that's why I call my morning routine, I call it the power hour, because like I said, for an hour I get those activities in. I ground myself, I affirm myself, and I get some movement in. Confidence for women 40 plus isn't about doing more. Okay, it's about doing what matters most and doing it consistently. So remember, you want to ground yourself, you want to speak life over yourself, and you want to move your body. And that's it. That's the routine. That's the power. So we've talked about the confident woman morning routine with my three necessary components: grounding yourself, affirming yourself, and moving your body. That's it. Have an amazing day.